Jazzcast Pros.
Hey, do you have 15 minutes to talk about your mental health? Good, because that's about how long this podcast is. Welcome. My name is Kelly Marie, and this is the Healthy Illness Podcast, the podcast helping you build healthier relationships while also living with, working through, and building stronger mental health. Today's episode is about working through shame and guilt. We will do a self-compassion meditation at the end, and that will be the majority of our time today. But I just want to let you know up front that that's coming. But also, why are shame and guilt something that we carry all of our lives? And not only do we carry it, but we also teach it to our children to carry. We don't move past this weight or work through this weight or release this weight of shame and guilt. And so it sits with us, it lives with us, it goes with us wherever we go. I was talking to a good friend of mine, Dre, a big shout out, Dre, and she actually brought this up, living, it's a quote in a book that she's reading. And there's this reference to shame and guilt being, the lowest vibrational level of energy. And so I'm not going to jump into vibrations and vibrational shifts, and that is not my specialty, but it did resonate just being me, right? And doing the work that I do and being with other people in healing spaces, therapists and, mental health professionals, mental health advocates. And I hear a lot about shame and guilt. I talk and deal personally with shame and guilt and work to release that. And I've shared it here in my journeys, in my life, accepting and not even understanding all of the things in ways in which I might have gone wrong or have not shown up for my family, my children, and people that I love and care about in ways that I today think are helpful, are better than the ways that I actually showed up. And the process of not carrying that guilt actually created guilt because I let go of the guilt and the shame. And so, even as we, in my case, letting go of the guilt created guilt, we have to work through the weight that we carry. We have to work through being taught by people that love us to carry shame and carry guilt. And let me just tell you what I told her. Your life, my life, our lives are not an apology. We are not here to apologize for being human. We all stumble, we all fall, if you have the best intentions, you still stumble, you still fall. If you are trying, you're doing the best you can with what you have and with what you know. And also we hurt people. And also we maybe do too much and don't ask for help. And that causes harm because we didn't ask for help. And so the conversation sat with me and, what's the opposite of guilt and shame? And so self-compassion and an emotional state of peace, right, would be the opposites of carrying guilt and shame. And so how do you do that? And so for the rest of our time today, I'm going to offer a self-compassion meditation to help us move through life, move through carrying the weights that we carry, acknowledging what they are, right? But to begin to give more space and hold more space for you and for myself. We're talking about self-compassion. So I'm not talking about anything that I am not personally dealing with or I have not personally gone through. Everything, for the most part, that we talk about here are things that directly impact me, that I have personally worked through, really am working through, because I don't think that there's an end point to healing. There's not an end point to this journey of finding peace, of finding the joy. It is moving from joy to joy, from grief to joy, from level to level of healing. And so while there is no definitive answer that I can give you, no magic pill that you can take, no way to just blink and make it better, you can practice moving from guilt and shame to self-compassion and peace. And the meditation that I'm going to offer you today focuses on self-compassion. It focuses on not needing to change anything, just accepting what is and moving through that space. So take a moment as we transition to settle into your body, to settle into your chair, to settle into the container that you're on or in, the bed, the floor. You don't have to change anything right now. You don't have to fix anything right now. You don't have to explain yourself. You're just going to breathe. Take a slow breath in and gently breathe out. Again, take a slow breath in and gently breathe out. Take a slow breath in and gently breathe out. And as you sit, noticing the place where your body meets the chair or the floor, I invite you to lower your gaze or close your eyes and let yourself be supported. Just for these few minutes, you don't have to carry anything at all. You don't have to be strong for anyone. You don't have to have the answers. You don't have to prove yourself or prove your worth. You are worthy simply because you are here. Now take another breath in and out. Living in black skin, living in brown skin in this culture, you might have learned to keep going and keep pressing even when you're tired. To always smile when everything hurts. To make that way out of no way. To care for everyone else before caring for yourself. And those strengths are real. You do the thing. But strength does not mean you never need rest. Strength does not mean you never need help. Strength does not mean you have to carry everything all alone. Today, in these 15 minutes, give yourself permission to put something down. And so, just for this moment, place your hand over your heart if that feels comfortable to you. And feel your breath beneath your hand. Now say quietly to yourself, I am here. I am listening to myself. I am worthy of my own compassion. Now take a deep breath in and out. Now think about the younger version of yourself, the child who deserved safety, tenderness, encouragement, protection, love. You don't have to revisit painful memories. Just imagine the younger you standing before you. And what would you want that child to know? Perhaps it's you don't have to be perfect, that you're not responsible for everything, that your feelings matter, that your dreams matter, that your life matters, that you don't have to earn love. Now imagine offering that same compassion to the person you are today, the adult who survived, the adult who has grown, the adult who has made mistakes, the adult who is still learning, the adult that sometimes gets tired, and the adult that sometimes doesn't know what to do next. Look at yourself with the same tenderness you would offer someone you love deeply. And I invite you to say these words to yourself. I give myself permission to rest. I give myself permission to receive. I give myself permission to ask for help. I don't have to be everything for everyone. I am allowed to take care of me. And I forgive myself for the ways that I've been human. Take a deep breath in and out. There is wisdom in our journey, in our people, resilience in our stories, beauty and joy in our laughter, laughs in black. Actually, laughing in black. There is power in our creativity. There is healing in our communities. But remember, you are more than what you've survived. You are more than what the world expects you to endure. You are a whole human being. You deserve softness. You deserve peace. You deserve rest. You deserve to experience your life, not simply survive it. Take one breath in and out. Now I invite you to take one more slow, deep breath. And when you do, say, I welcome compassion. As you breathe out, I release the need to be perfect. Breathe in, I am worthy. Breathe out, I can be gentle with myself. Breathe in, I belong to me. Breathe out, I am enough. I invite you to stay here for a moment with nothing to prove, with nothing to accomplish, with nothing to perform, just you, breathing, existing, and being. You deserve the same compassion you so freely give to everybody else. So today, and especially on days that life feels difficult, give yourself permission to come back to yourself, to come back to your breathing, to come back to your body, to come back to your worth, to come back to you. Because there is nothing selfish about loving yourself. There is nothing weak about needing care. There is nothing wrong with choosing peace. And as we end our practice together, breathe in and out, relaxing your shoulders. Breathe in and out, slowly let go. Breathe in and bring it out. Breathe in and breathe out. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Take a look around your surroundings. As you go about your day, or perhaps as you're laying down for the night, remember that you are worthy of care, you are worthy of rest, you are worthy of joy, you are worthy of compassion, and you can give all of those things to yourself without asking permission. You deserve that all simply for being, for breathing, and not for what you've done, not for what you bring to the table, not for what you endured, not for what people expect of you, but simply because you are. And so as we are here together right now, and we end this episode, I want to invite you to my monthly mindfulness gathering, Mindful AF, Awareness and Flow. It's held the first Monday of every month, 7 p.m. East Coast. It's more than East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. You can register at the Front Seat Life website, frontseatlife.com. It is free to attend. The only cost is your time and your presence. So not the only cost. And so I guess it's not free to attend. But no money is needed. No cash accepted. The cost is your time and presence. And so I invite you to join me there with everybody else in that space. Cameras on, cameras off. However you show up, you are invited. And so until the next time, be the light. And thank you for taking 15 minutes, more or less, to talk about your mental health.